Hi, my name is Lynn Lloyd, and this is Gail Horn, and we run the Red Rock Hounds out in Red Rock, Nevada, which is just north of Reno. And Gail and I are masters to the hounds. So, and Gail is 80 years old, and so we're going to do the youngest and the oldest today.
All right.
Good, Gail. So, how did we start this whole thing?
Oh, I don't know. All I know is I came up to ride, and you said, "Why don't you buy that piece of property?" And I said, "No, it's not big enough." So about that time, a man had a ranch for sale, and we looked at that, and that looked big enough to me. And we bought that, and we started the Red Rock. Well, we started in with my end of the Red Rock Hounds.
Right. We started the hounds in 1980, and you came into my life
in 1991.
In 91, and then we bought the ranch together in Red Rock, and now we have 150 hounds.
That's right.
And about 100 horses on the property.
That's right.
And so I hunt the hounds, which means that I take them out and actually ask the hounds what to do when we're chasing the coyote. And Gail whips into me and is also the field master.
The field master, and I ride alongside of her, off a little bit to the rear, and God help anybody that passes me, because it's not the thing to do.
Right. And the reason we don't want anybody passing Gail, who is the field master, is the hounds are in front of her and in front of me, and they have to do all the work, and they can't be run over. And you can't run over hounds when you're trying to hunt them, because then they get scared and they won't hunt.
Right.
So Gail's job as field master is to keep the field back, and my job is to keep the hounds going.
Right.
And we have quite a few members, and we hunt 3 times a week.
Right.
Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays.
And enjoy it all the time.
It sure is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gail, what made you decide to get involved in hunting?
Someone asked me if I wanted to hunt, and I said, sure, I'll try it. And that was when I lived in Southern California. And I did try it, and I liked it, and that was it down there. It was pretty ugly. It was slow going and not too much fun. And then I came up north, and you asked me to hunt, and I did enjoy that, and it was a lot faster and a lot more fun.
And don't you think that has to do with the fact that we just had more land?
Well, more land and more hounds, and we went faster, and the property loaned itself to fences and hills and trees, and it was just more interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the reason we take out so many hounds, we have 150 hounds, but we take out 60 to 70 per hunt.
That's right. And you always say that they need it because they need to spread out. But I think they need it because they need to hunt.
I agree with that. I totally agree. I agree with that. We all need it. We need to hunt them. But because in Nevada there's low density of game,
yeah,
we need more hounds to be able to push something out, because you pretty much need to flush the coyote out to get him going.
That's right.
And then the hounds do all the work after that. They hit the scent, and then we follow the hounds that are following the coyote and try to take it to the end.
That's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it sure is fun. Let's see, what else about hunting?
I can't think of anything else except to go and to enjoy it and do it as often as you can.
And why is the reason that you hunt?
I like it because I get a big kick out of the hounds. I wouldn't hunt if I couldn't see the hounds work. Other people hunt because they like to ride. Some people hunt because they like to be dressed and seen on a horse. Some people stay up with me because they like to watch the hounds work, and those are the people that are left at the end of the hunt. Mm-hmm. The people that like to watch the hounds work.
Right, right.
and we really enjoy it.
It's so beautiful to watch all those hounds spread out and try to get on that line.
Yeah, and then when they do hit a line, and the lead one takes off, and the rest follow them, that's when it's exciting.
Right.
That's when you really start to ride, and it's just everything falls into place.
I know, in the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, the adrenaline.
I love that adrenaline rush. And the other thing I really like is seeing all the other game out there. You know,
The coyotes often run between the legs of the when we flush deer. The coyote will run with the deer. Sometimes they'll run with the antelope, and it's interesting to see the antelope take off on their own line and the coyote take off the other way, and that's when you know you've got a good hunt.
right. And to watch the hounds follow the coyote, not the antelope, because
That's right.
you can't chase deer around or antelope around.
No, and we don't.
I know. It's pretty cool. But I think most people hunt, again, for the same reason, like you said, is the rush of being out there with nature and feeling all that freedom and,
Yeah,
you know, being with nature more than anything,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. It's more getting the horses ready for the hunt, getting the hounds out, putting them in the truck, taking them where you're going to take them, letting them out of the truck, watching them gather around you and bark and be part of the hunt, and then seeing you take them out, sometimes quite a ways, a half a mile away from the trailers, and then you stop for a minute and blow your whistle, and they're gone. It's just you and the hounds, and me right behind you.
And you'll be right behind me, I'm sure, until you're 150.
Oh no, I'm gonna quit hunting by the time I'm 90.
90. And that's the other exciting thing about hunting is it's cradle to grave, you know.
Oh yeah,
You know.
yeah. It's. I stop now after about 2 or 3 hours because I get tired, and I say goodbye, Lynn. I'm going home now, and there's just you and a few people left, and I can leave. And I go home and I sit for a half hour, and in you come with the hounds, and put them away, and we take off and leave for lunch, and we've had a wonderful day.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I really do. And I love the horse part of it, you know, of course, if you're chasing coyote on foot, that's not...
You couldn't chase a coyote on foot.
Right, exactly.
They're too fast.
Right. And I find them... Have you hunted many fox?
I've hunted once, and it's awfully slow. They travel more to be hidden as they're traveling, and then they pop up on a log or something, and someone will point or raise their hat or do something to show you the fox, and then the whole field takes off after the fox. Well, that's, to me, it's not as much fun as going on the long run after a coyote.
Right. And that's what I find different between hunting the fox and hunting the coyote, is the coyote has such a bigger territory.
That's right.
The fox tends to run in much smaller circles and doesn't get the speed up.
That's right. And they sit there and they look at you as if to say, well, do you see me or don't you? And when you see them, they go, well, I guess I better take off again. And they do. And we follow them, but it's not the same as following a coyote.
Right.
It's more fun.
Were you with us when we found that fox in Ely, Nevada?
No, I missed that hunt.
We were down. I haven't seen a fox in so long because of living in the West for 30 years. But we actually treed a gray fox.
Oh, God.
Oh my God! It took us, all of us, under the tree looking at this animal, trying to figure out what it was because we hadn't seen one in so long. And we finally figured out it was a gray fox. And then I asked the rancher, and he said yes. And of course, we just treed him, and then we turned around and went the other way. So
Yeah.
no harm was done.
But you've treed fox and coyote. I've seen coyote held at bay. I've seen what? Bobcat, and I've seen mountain lion. And we don't stay very long with the mountain lion. That's something that we don't bother with too much at all, because there's a chance that someone will get hurt. But we do stay with the
bobcat.
With the bobcat.
Yeah, they're fun to tree up. Yeah, they're really fun to tree up. I agree. And the coyote are great because they bay up too. They bay up in the rocks and
they bay up and they watch.
Right.
And half the time they'll be sitting there watching the hounds, and the hounds will be working down all around in a circle down below them, and they sit there and they just laugh at them.
I know. I know that's.
And you'll look up and say, "There's a fox," and
right.
I'll look up and there it is.
The coyote, yeah. Would you want to be doing anything else other than hunting?
Oh no.
For sport?
Oh no, I wouldn't do anything at all. I'd either be sitting in the lounge chair in front of the TV, or I'd be hunting fox or a coyote, and I'd much rather be hunting a coyote.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'd much rather be hunting anything rather than sitting around. Just proven by yourself,
Yeah.
Keeps you young.
Keeps me young.
Right.
I don't know about you.
Oh, it's going to keep me young too. It's going to keep me young too. Yeah.
When I started riding, which was not until I was in my 40s. Well, I rode Western and showed Western. And then I had a family and a young child that wanted to ride English. And she started showing, and it looked like fun, so I started showing. So I started in my 40s, early 40s, and I showed hunters until I was almost 60. And then I had enough. That's enough. It's a long wait between getting ready to show and showing for 2 minutes. And you're all through, and then you get off, and it's a long wait until the end of the show. And I gave it up. That was too much for me. And I quit riding for about 6 months, and I started again with you were friendly with a horse trainer that I was training with, and invited him up to show, to hunt. Mm-hmm. And I came along, and I started hunting, and I've not stopped since.
Not looked back.
Not looked back.
Wow.
I've been at it over 20 years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. I've never been hurt. I've never fallen off. I've jumped things in the field that I didn't want to jump, but they were there. Bushes, logs, creeks. But you've gotten me good horses, and they've always done well for me.
Boy, and that's the key, isn't it?
Oh,
being mounted well.
A good horse. It doesn't have to be a beautiful horse, because I've had beautiful horses that didn't work. But it has to be a good horse.
Right.
And I've had 3 or 4 of them. So it's been a good life.
Right.
A very, very full life.
Well, thank you very much for this great talk, Gail. I really, really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
It's good to hear the whole story. And
there it is.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
It.
Hi, I'm Fish and Game Warden Patrick Foy. Boaters at Lake Tahoe should expect watercraft inspections at all launch sites around the lake. These inspections are designed to prevent the destructive spread of zebra and quagga mussels, as well as other aquatic invasive species. If brought into Lake Tahoe, invasive species will damage boats and the pristine waters and be impossible to remove. Remember to clean, drain, and dry your boat every time before entering a new body of water. Clean boats stop aquatic hitchhikers.
In order to protect our riding opportunities, we've got to tread lightly. That means staying on roads, trails, and areas designated for ATVs. Also, go over, not around trail obstacles to avoid widening trails. And cross rivers slowly, and only at places where the trail crosses the stream. Join the millions of responsible riders who protect our privileges and our natural resources by treading lightly in the outdoors. Visit Tread Lightly at treadlightly.org.
So we go to where our heart is long. Take out another emotional loan, so ourself can roll. You feel you're starting over to the other side. Moon, it fills the night. Just a little
Okay, and your name is?
Syndey,
And your last name?
Lessinger,
And you are how old?
8.
Great. When did you start hunting with me?
I started hunting about when I was 7.
That's so you okay. And so all last year you were hunting with me. And what's and we have quite a few juniors that do hunt. Do you know who the youngest one is? Would that be Belle?
Yeah, I think it's Belle.
And she's what, 7 now?
Yeah.
So this is pretty exciting because we just saw Gail, and Gail's 80 and you're 8. So it's a whole new generation coming along. And what part of hunting do you like the most?
Probably getting to spend some time with my horse,
And which horse do you ride?
Thunder.
Thunder. And that's the most exciting part to you, is being with the horse. I think that's the case with so many of us too, is we just really like our horses and want a reason to go riding with them. You know, you're in Pony Club, right? And what we did was we started a pony club out in Red Rock, and all my retired hounds I put in a certain pen. So my older hounds, when I say older, they're all in their teens, and I gave them to the pony club, and then you guys hunt them. Without adults, I might add. So these older hounds are teaching these children how to hunt. And how do you like doing that?
I like doing that because you probably get to spend a lot of time with the dogs, and they teach you how hunting works, and it just teaches me a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I like about it too, is I really think it helps you guys. And then you don't have us adults running around telling you what to do. You can tell us what to do. And the older hounds can't get hurt. I mean, they don't get lost, and they go slower, and so it's easier for you guys to keep up and learn what it's all about. When you've been out there hunting, have you seen many coyotes?
I have only seen, I think, 2.
Well, that's pretty good. Some people go their whole life hunting and don't see the game. So you've seen 2. That's good. You and Thunder. And does your mother hunt?
Yes.
And what part of the hunt does she play? What does she play in the hunt now?
Sometimes field master, and I don't know what else.
Okay. Amy has picked up, which is Sydney's mother. Amy has picked up where Gail has left off. When Gail's not out there as the field master, Amy takes over, which is pretty exciting. You know? So do you think you'll keep hunting your whole life?
Yeah.
Do you? Are you interested in any other sports?
No.
Well, I will tell you, it's a lot of fun having you out there. You know, having your kids out there is so important, because the longevity of the hunt can't go without the next generation, which is you. You know, we really need that. You know, how old is Thunder?
15.
So a good, wise old horse. That's great. Which hound do you like the best?
Iran.
Do you like Iran? Yeah, yeah. She's a good one. She's a good one. Do you know her sister?
Iraq.
Yep. Do you know the mother of those two? Pennzoil. We kind of followed the oil line all the way through. Pennzoil, Iran, and Iraq. It's kind of fun. Do you have a brother, don't you?
Yeah.
Does he hunt?
No, he's more of a basketball skater type man.
I got it. So it's just you and your mother that hunt. That's perfect. That's perfect. Do you like the lunches after the hunt? They're kind of fun, aren't they? Have you been on a road trip with us yet?
The only one I've been is McDermott.
And did you like it?
Yeah.
That's a fun trip. We go out to this ranch in McDermott, which is up on the McDermott, Nevada, and spend 3 days out there hunting. Because once a month, we take an away trip and hunt for 3 days somewhere else, which is good for the hounds and good for us, and to see new country. And it sure is fun to see new country when you're hunting. So McDermott, you gonna go back to it this year? Good girl. Good girl.
If my mom lets me. Because last time she said maybe. I got lucky.
Oh. You gonna go to Ridgecrest with us, do you think? Can you go there?
Yeah.
What about Belmont?
Yeah.
You gonna do them all?
Yeah.
Great. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. How many members are in the pony club, do you know?
I think it was 5, 6, or 7. I don't know.
And who hunts that pack of old hounds for the pony club? Which one of you hunt them? Is it Audrey?
I think so.
And does Andrew hunt them very much?
I don't know. I haven't seen Andrew since the last 4th of July parade.
Oh, okay. All right. I think he's so busy getting ready for the Olympics, don't you?
Yeah.
That's a hard one. You know, being pentathlon, that's five sports, and he's got to be proficient at all of them. That's pretty difficult, you know?
Yeah.
Well, do you have much else to say about hunting?
Not much.
You want to try and blow the horn? Have you tried to blow the horn for...
No.
You want to try it?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm sure. This
This is what we use to talk to the hounds. So can I blow it? Oh, good. This is... That's the sound or the call that we give to bring them out of the kennels to get started and take off to go hunting. And then when I talk to them while they're hunting and they're not online, I just give them 2 toots. And that tells the hounds where I am, but to keep on hunting. Then when they hit the line and are chasing the coyote, it goes something like this. And you see there's some excitement to that, which tells the hounds that that's what they're supposed to do and keep on the line because you have to keep encouraging them. Then when I want to slow everything down and bring them back to me, if we've lost the coyote or whatever, that's the way we bring them back to us. And if we put one to ground or bay it up, you know, when we've gotten to the end of the game, it sounds like this. And those hounds all know those calls, which I think is pretty neat. You don't want to use a whole lot of different calls because they get mixed up in their head what they were, but so when it goes really fast, that means something exciting is happening, and when it goes really slow, it slows it all down. And this horn came to me from New Jersey from 1892, from a hunt in New Jersey. Thank you very much. It was great chatting with you, and I'll see you at the hunt. We start on the 16th. We have our first hunt of September. Okay?
All right.
I'll see you out there for that.